Why did you leave? You claimed to love me. I'm cold. Why has no one come for me? I cannot leave this place. I see no way out. Who are you? Do you seek to hurt me as well?
Don't be afraid. I want to lift the curse that grips this island. Your turn to tell me who you are. The other ghosts...
Well, you didn't really tell her who you are.
I'm special. Always was. The rare beauty. The Lord's daughter. These lands, as far as the eye can see, were ours. My family and I, we hid in the Major's Tower to await the war's end, the end of hard times. It was not to be forever.
Mage who lived here. Who was he?
Alexander? I hardly knew him. He spent most of his time locked away in this tower. He's dead too, you know. They're all dead. Mountains of corpses, yet I stand here alone, all alone. They've all abandoned me. Even he who promised me everlasting love. You will abandon me as well.
If I can lift the curse, you yourself will be free to leave. Tell me what happened here. Peasants sailed to the island to ask for food. Is that true?
No. They came to rob and kill. They thought us rich, believed we'd stowed ourselves away here to laugh at their misery. Yet we had little food as well. Too little to share with those who came. They slaughtered everyone. I heard my father cry out, but the mage told me not to reveal myself or let anyone in. He gave me a potion. If I was discovered, I was to drink it. He said everything would be all right.
What kind of potion was it? Remember its smell? What it looked like?
I remember only that I feared to drink it.
Didn't trust the mage?
In the village, they claimed he meddled in disease. Not curing it, but causing it. They said he lured rats into the tower, infected them with the Catriona. Only rumors, surely, but I was afraid. So horribly afraid. And then I heard him. My beloved Graham. He called to me. I opened the door for him, but others rushed in. They lunged at me and...
Your beloved failed to save you. Why?
There were too many. Leave her be, he shouted. He grabbed at them, tried to stop them. They just laughed.
Did they hurt you?
They gripped my arms, tore at my dress. I managed to free myself and drink the potion, and then... nothing.
Poisoned? That how you died?
No, for I later awoke. I was alone, it was dark. Only there were rats everywhere. Dozens. Hundreds. And I couldn't move.
Sleeping potion. Effects hadn't worn off yet. You were paralyzed.
They were everywhere. All over me like insects. My face, my hands. I felt them rip open my skin, then crawl into my stomach.
Ugh.
They tore me apart, and I could not even scream. Have I not suffered enough? Why can't I leave this place?
Can you talk to the island's other specters?
No, I'm alone here. The others, they flee when they see me. I know not why. You do not fear me, do you?
No. Used to dealing with ghosts. Though, gotta admit, there's something about you. You're different. You weren't the last to die on this island. Found a fresh corpse in the tower.
The island's a dangerous place. Folks should not venture here. I too wish to leave.
The dead man. Looked like a monster had attacked him, recently. The tower home to anything else?
How am I to know? There's lots of wraiths here. I hear them whispering every night.
Not talking about ghosts. A monster who hunts here. You must have noticed something.
I don't know. I've noticed naught. Why do you ask? Why must you press me so? You're to be my savior, not my tormentor.
How can I help you?
A curse born of hatred binds me to this place. Only love's power can hope to lift it. But who could love a wraith?
And your beloved, he dead too?
Graham? No, he lives. I would know if he died. But he fled and abandoned me. Left me here all alone.
Maybe you could strip the curse of its power by forgiving him. You might cleanse the Isle. Your beloved, who is he? A noble son?
No, a poor fisherman. My father objected, strongly. He did not see us together. I miss him so. Each night I walk to the island shore to gaze upon the village. Does he remember me still?
Said before you can't leave the tower.
Did I? You must have misheard.
I don't think so.
I don't know anymore. It's all a nightmare to me.
As I see it, you're the curse's focus. The other ghosts on the island, their auras aren't nearly as strong as yours. My medallion started pulsating as soon as we started talking.
I don't know what you mean, but you do seem to know some things. You could be right. My fate is tied to the Isle, I feel that. Perhaps because I am heiress of these lands.
It could be your blood ties to the land, the base of the curse, that is. If so, forgiving Graham, laying your resentment to rest should lift it.
I loved him. I'm prepared to forgive him. But I must know that he regrets what he did. Take my bones to him. He must bury them. This will be our farewell. Will you speak to him? Will you do this for me?
There's something dodgy about her. She claims she had a potion. She was given the potion. She drank it. She was paralyzed. She woke up, couldn't move, but was conscious, and then rats ate her alive. But here's the thing that I don't get about this, is she said that there were loads of these peasants who mobbed the island, and they all burst into her room because this Graham dude tried to save her. But first of all, why didn't they attack Graham? How did he get away? Second of all, what was he doing there? Because isn't he a peasant as well, so wouldn't he have been with the peasants? And thirdly, what, did she just drink the potion and it took effect immediately and they couldn't hurt her? I don't trust her. What do you think, guys? Let me know in chat. I do like this though. She is really, really very well voice acted. The script is very well written, unlike the sort of earlier Witches where you kind of got the sense that it wasn't written by English speaking people. This is very different. They're using the kind of words that I would expect her to use. Given the quality of her accent, it suggests she's quite noble. Very untrustworthy, says Mr. Wonky. Mulhernator trusts her. I mean, even if we don't trust her, we can still take the bones to find Graham, and then come back later and deal with her. So I'm going to go with that one.
Fine. I'll talk to Graham. Where will I find him?
He lives in the village on the lakeshore, yet... What if he's forgotten me?
If he loved you, he'll remember, and want to help.
He said he would always love me. Go to him. Make haste, please.
It doesn't make sense that she said she couldn't leave the tower and then was on the lakeside. There is also an upstairs here. Take Anabelle to Graham. I don't remember her introducing herself as Anabelle. So like, how do we know she's called Anabelle as well? Huh, I was using. I didn't even occur to me. I was using the lamp as a torch. Works quite well.
Kept in there until the end. What a shitty way to die.
Right, well I'm glad I came up here. These humans were imprisoned. So do you think she could have been doing experiments? That is absolutely stunning. Look at that. I'm gonna get a screenshot of that because I'm that vain. That just looks beautiful. Let's get it at the right angle there. So, do you think she could have been doing experiments on these people? You know, imprisoning them. And then they found out and they came to kill her. And she drank the potion to try and convince them that she was already dead. But then it backfired on her and the rats ate her. What do you think? Is that plausible? Mulhernate, I trust her. Just because it's a woman, though, isn't it? Just look at that as well. Look the way the light's coming through that window there. Onto the ground. That's beautiful. Plausible, says Mulhernator. Mr. Bonky thinks it sounds right. But why is testing so bad? Exactly, testing's not bad. I don't think we've got enough information. So if we go and have a look for Graham, we can find out for ourselves. Like, if I just said outright I don't trust her, she might have attacked. We might have never known the truth or something. So at least this way, we can sort of placate her. We don't necessarily have to believe her yet. And we can try and find out a little bit more information, you know? That makes a lot of sense to me. That's why we're going to do it that way. Crap, that's not the ground floor, is it? Bloody tall tower, that. Did we use the lamp over here? I don't think we did.
Don't start, Anabelle. Back to your craft. Always bending my ear about fool peasants. I'll not hear of them again. That simpleton turned your head, but one Graham hardly makes the rest courtly, one and all.
My lord, peasants. They're through the door in the tower.
Ah. We missed that bit before. So, Viserad knows about Anabelle and Graham. How the hell do I get out of here? Is there a door here? Viserad knows about Anabelle and Graham, right? Okay.
Where's that noble? Lying here, quiet as a mouse, head split open like a rotted pumpkin. More like a peasant now, sloshing around in his own blood and shite. Be nothing noble about him. Too quick a death they gave him. Should have been made to suffer. He's not the end of it. Sons can suffer for him, and the daughter. To the top!
Right, okay, so they've killed Zerad here. Is that a chest in the fire? Already looted that. They killed Zerad, and then they want his family to suffer as well. But what's not clear at this stage... Have we still got to go downstairs more? No, I've been down here already, haven't I? Well, what's not clear at the moment is... bollocks, that was locked. Where's the other door? Is whether she actually had a part in the torture of humans. Mr. Bonky seems to think that she's one of the ones that conducted some tests. Yeah, like, yeah, maybe. I'm not ruling that out at the moment. That sunset is unreal. How do I get out of this area? I can't. Oh, the horse is over here. Okay. So, like, bear in mind, right, this whole thing is a side quest. This isn't part of the main storyline. We don't have to do this by any means. This has all been put in. I've got to find a boat now, haven't I? There's one over here. That's handy. Oh, you dicks. Yeah, the whole side quest thing has just been put in to give you something else to do. It's not mandatory at all. Oh god. I need to learn when these things are going to explode. That's better. And I think that distinguishes this game from a lot of other RPGs, you know, like World of Warcraft. Side quests consist of collect 10 of this, collect 20 of that. Because this is actually a full storyline, you know? That's incredible. How do I... Yeah, Mr. Bonky, yeah, so this is a side quest. Secondary quests, Tower full of mice. We don't have to do this at all. Completely optional. Oh, damaged the boat. My bad. Screenshot time. It's annoying that the sail couldn't just be aligned the other way so that I could see where I was going. Never mind.
Why have you been following me?
Just wondering what you want from him. From Graham.
Me? Didn't want nothing. It's his mother be worried about him.
Been locked in his hut since he came back from the Isle. Talks to no soul. Love's misery curdled his brains, I reckon.
It won't be as cocky once a man.
I want to talk.
You deaf, damn it! I told you. Who are you?
I've been to the island. I know what happened there.
What do you want of me?
Want to talk to you about Anabelle.
Anabelle? What can you know about her?
I met her. Talked to her.
Annabelle's dead. Drank poison. And I couldn't save her.
Did you love her?
Something mad. Loved her so deep I believed we'd come through, believed we'd be together. Of course, it was not to her father's liking. His daughter and a plain lout.
What happened on Fyke Isle? You gotta tell me.
'Twere Millie, Finch and Faulkner. They rallied the men, all roughs, to go to the Isle, take back what was ours from the noble. They knew I was known at the tower, that the Lord's servants would open the gate for me since I sold them fish.
They forced you to go with them?
No, I saw my chance in it, for Anabelle and me to flee. But it all spun into chaos. Our boys from the village, they started killing everyone. Anabelle, they wanted to rape. First, then she drank the poison. Mage must have gave it her. I ran out the tower hollering that I wanted to die, cursing them all to hell. Don't force me to speak of it. No more, please.
Said you were hollering as you fled the tower, the island. What exactly did you say?
I don't remember. I wanted them to pay for what they'd done to her.
Might have cursed them. There's a powerful magic aura on Fyke Isle. Passions, evil intent, strong emotions of any kind can activate it. Your words could be the curse's source.
She took the poison because of them.
It wasn't poison. Anabelle drank a strong sleeping potion. Mage wanted to protect her, make it look like she was dead. Convinced everyone.
That means... is she... You said you spoke to her?
Spoke to her ghost. By the time she awoke, Tower was full of cold corpses. And rats. She was warm meat. Rats ate her alive.
You mean... she was alive the whole time? But... can't be. She was cold all through like a corpse. I shook her, begged her, open your eyes. I never thought...
It's not your fault. No guilt in not knowing, and you couldn't know it wasn't poison she drank.
Gods, what have I done? If I had stayed behind to bury her, I didn't notice she was alive. It might have ended different, ended well.
If you'd stayed on the island, I doubt you'd have survived.
I'd take death over leaving her to the rats like that. But there's naught I can do about it now.
Wrong on that count. Anabelle needs you. Her soul will only find peace if you help her.
But what can I do? It's too late.
Bury her bones. Anabelle should be laid to rest by one who loved her. It's the only way to lift the curse that holds Fyke Isle.
There's her bones.
Yes.
Give them here. And leave me be.
I think the bones of an entire human would be slightly more than you could fit in one hand. Okay, well, let's have a quick look at the character entry for Anabelle and see what we, that's not what I wanted. See what we can learn. So Geralt encountered this young woman's ghost in the uppermost room in the haunted tower of Fyke Isle. She told him that in life she had been the local lord's daughter. When enraged peasants stormed the tower, she feared they would ravage her honour if they found her alive. That's a nice way of putting it, ravage her honour. They found her alive and so took a magic potion that put her in a corpse-like state of paralysis. When she awoke, she found herself lying amidst the bodies of her family and servants, unable to move. She watched in helpless horror as rats feasted on the pile of corpses and began to nibble on her as well. This grisly death must have somehow put a curse on her in the tower, for her ghost had wandered it in restless torment ever since. Geralt engaged his vast experience with such curses to search for a possible solution. Having learned that Anabelle had loved a simple fisherman named Graham, Geralt decided this man and the bond of true love between two youths could be their salvation. Geralt agreed to take the young woman's remains to her love to have him give her proper burial. Geralt hoped this would lift the spell on the cursed isle and bring Anabelle peace at long last. So it's a little bit open to interpretation, that one, I would say. Because the next step in the quest is basically to go back to Kira. Like, was Anabelle... How did the horse get over there? Oh, okay, that's the island. Was Anabelle helping her father, Viserad, to torture the humans? Or did he have a good reason for keeping the humans there? Where are we going for Kira? Oh, it's not that far away, actually. I do want to check out the notice board at Oriton. What do you think? No, she was tiny, says Mr. Bonky. I'm going to play The Witcher 2 soon, as well. Yeah, I never actually played The Witcher 2. Well, I started playing The Witcher 1 and started playing The Witcher 2, so I've got the first few or dozen hours of gameplay in both, but just not in any kind of detail. Interesting quest, that, especially for a side quest. Really well voice acted. I even thought Graham's voice was really well done. It was really, really good. Look at all these question marks over here. We'll start dealing with some of these question marks at some point, I think. Then there's this whole area, all of this bit up here, all these notice boards that we haven't even looked at yet. There's another town over here. There's a kind of that looks like a castle of some kind, or a manor. And then there's another town around this lake over here. And there's this whole lake area up here as well. I wonder how much that'll play into it. That's just ridiculous. And this is only this one part of the map as well. This isn't even the Skellige Isles at all. So, these aren't all missions, Mr. Bonky. These are... like, some of these will lead to missions. Some of these will just be kind of a bandit camp that you can clear out the bandits and you can take all of their goods. Some of them might be a monster nest. You don't know. So, for example, I've uncovered this question mark here, and this one's a monster nest. But I need a bomb to wipe it out, otherwise they keep coming back. Another one over here is like this abandoned site. I had to run away from that one because it was too high level when I was there. And there's another one here, guarded treasure. So all of these are things like, it's not like Assassin's Creed where it's just a box you open and you get some coins out of it. These are all actual things to do. But this isn't even all uncovered yet. This is what's incredible. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 more notice boards, and each of these notice boards could have more contracts to kill demons. These could have more question marks to put on the map. This could have any number of things on them, and there's even one in Oriton that I haven't actually looked at yet. Bearing in mind as well, have a look at this. Right, this is just one map. So this is where we are right now. White Orchard is a starter area, which I've basically completed. If you have a look at this, this one's not actually that big. I've done most of this stuff. I could go back for some of it. And, oh, go back to the world map. There's the whole Skellige Isles over here. Look at this. I mean, this whole area over here, we haven't even started exploring that yet. Plus, there's the 2 areas that are part of the DLC, so I've got the 2 DLCs for this as well, and they've each got their own area, and apparently the second DLC has another 70 quests in it as well, which is just ridiculous when you think about it, how much stuff there is to do. And you don't have to do all of it. In the quest journal here, you only have to do the main quests. So, like, I can't start this one till I'm level 32 because I get my ass kicked, but, you know, I could probably get away with doing each one of these. But this is just secondary quests, and then I open up the Witcher contracts. These are just the ones I found. And you can see I've got a few of these to clear out. And then there's treasure hunts as well. So, bearing in mind I'm level 12, so I need another 20 levels before I can even start the DLC. I mean, look how much stuff I've done already. It is absolutely ridiculous. I've done a level 18 apparently. I didn't know that. Huh. Yeah, interesting. And you can go back and look at them. Mulhernator could complete all of that in a lunchtime. Of course you could. Yeah, that would be one hell of a long lunchtime. I don't know how long you get in your lunch, but I only get an hour. I'd probably need 200 lunch hours to get close to finishing all that. Yeah, so no thoughts from chat as usual. Thanks for that. I don't know, it's hard to say. So, like I was talking about during the break, and Mulhernator did have a look. There is apparently there's a German folklore tale about a guy who was basically torturing people in a tower that was infested with rats, and you know the peasants found out and came to kill him, and he thought, I'll trick them, and then he drank a sleeping potion to make them think that he died. And they went away because they thought he was dead, and then he woke up but he couldn't move and the rats ate him. It was kind of like, you know, he got what was coming to him, you know. This is a slightly different twist on that, and it's definitely a more grim twist. Both of you said, Mr. Bonky and Mulhernator, this is dark, there ain't much joy to be had here. You're right, this whole game, That's what I like about it, you know, it's bleak. There's no right answer to any of this. I thought I was doing the right thing. I thought that I was saving those children who were taken away from their parents. They'd gone to see the trail of candy or whatever, and they were like imprisoned in that village run by the Welsh witches. So I set them free, and that caused the witches to kill the Baron's wife, and in turn the Baron committed suicide. Emo confirmed, says Mulhernator. I don't know about that, but this is really dark. I like that though. You know, some people need a happy ending. I don't think there has to be one. But whatever the case, this is the ending for this evening. So thanks very much for tuning in, as usual. And I will see you very soon for some more Witcher 3.